Right now at 6, a lifeline for county families in crisis. How a program is helping those on the brink of homelessness.
And Wisconsin Supreme Court candidate Brad Schimel picks up another endorsement, this time from an NFL legend.
Watching WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. A Sparta man will spend 10 years in prison for sexually assaulting a 10-year-old. The Monroe County DA's office says 39-year-old Oscar Fabian assaulted a child in 2022. Fabian will have to register as a sex offender for the rest of his life.
A man accused in a Northside shooting incident is pleading not guilty. In September, 38-year-old Tyler Yagmis allegedly held a victim back outside our corner bar while Ryder Ott threatened them with a knife and gun. Ott then allegedly shot the victim. Judge Scott Horn found probable cause in the case, binding Yagmis over for trial. He is set to return to court on April 25th.
Menominee police need the public's help in an armed robbery investigation. A man allegedly robbed Bob and Steve's BP Amico on 9th Street East on Saturday. People in the area are being asked to check their surveillance footage between 8 and 9:30 p.m. from that night. If you have any information, call the police.
Happening now, a push to protect Medicaid. Citizen Action is hosting a community town hall at the UWL Student Union. It comes as the Republican-led Congress considers cuts to Medicaid. The event will feature a presentation from a Citizen Action policy expert, comments from local officials, and testimonies from community members. Right now, over 1 million people in Wisconsin rely on Medicaid.
In a matter of days, it could cost you a lot more to repair your car.
That's because President Trump's tariffs will finally start. News 8 Now's Grace Monk looks at how auto shops are preparing.
A 25% tariff is expected to go into effect on April 2nd. This means you might start paying more for auto repairs and services. Car owners can expect to pay more for essential parts like brake pads and rotors. Most of those are produced in China, Mexico, and Europe. As for electronic parts, those imported semiconductors and chips are vulnerable to those trade barriers. And so is the repair service itself.
Some of the bigger companies always want to just jump on the train as fast as possible. We're going to try to ride the wave and keep the costs lower for our consumers.
And as the summer travel season gets close, money experts say rental car prices could jump. A rental that used to cost $50 a day might end up costing $75. Reporting in La Crosse, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
Governor Evers made a stop in Chippewa Falls today for a community roundtable. It's part of his statewide budget tour. Today, highlighting his $480 million investment proposal in the Child Care Counts program. The program works to increase wages for child care providers and expand access to care for families. In the 2023 through 25 biennial budget proposal, Republican legislatures rejected Evers's $340 million proposal to fund the program.
Most of these people in this room are going to have a hard time, frankly, making sure that they have enough money to continue on. This is a time when the child care industry is going to either make it or break it. And if they break it, people will be leaving the workforce in droves, and it's going to hurt our economy.
Now, if funding isn't approved, the program will run out of funding in June.
Brad Schimel picking up another endorsement in the race for Wisconsin Supreme Court. Former Packers quarterback Brett Favre throwing his support behind Schimel, urging Wisconsin residents to get out their vote on April 1st. Favre also endorsed Donald Trump for president during the 2024 election.
Well, kind of a cold start to Monday after we had a little bit of snow for some of the area. Further northeast of the area had quite a bit of snow with this passing system, but plenty of sunshine, and we're going to see some lighter winds, and really just the main story is going to be gradually warming up, though we have a few shower potential here through Tuesday, but really we're going to be warming back up. Potentially could be seeing some 70s maybe by Friday, but for today you definitely can see where the snow cover is to the northeast of the area, struggling to get up to freezing there. Meanwhile, we're in the 40s. To some areas they got 52, as pretty much most of the snow is gone. As was the last system, a very narrow area gets of snow. This time it occurred further to the northeast in kind of a northwest to southeast directional change. Some areas up there got up to 9 inches of wet snow, so it was their turn to get it. but not for us. Otherwise, this evening we're looking at just lighter winds, getting back down to 35 degrees with a few clouds out there for La Crosse. Same story for Eau Claire. The winds will be pretty much becoming light and variable, getting back down to just 32 at 10. So overall tonight, it's really depending if you have the cloud cover. We'll have more to the southwest of the area, keeping the temperatures closer to freezing. Less clouds to go further northeast, along with some snow cover still up towards Rusk County too. We'll get those temperatures back in the 20s. So wrap up. I was going to say wrap it up, but overall, as we go throughout the next 7 days, we'll break down when to expect the 70, and unfortunately, we do have a potential another wet weekend ahead, too. All
right. Thanks, Greg.
No word on when a popular Verroco restaurant will reopen after a fire. It happened over the weekend at the family restaurant at 854 North Main Street. No one was inside, but the owners say the building was badly damaged. Right now, no word on the cause.
Tomah Police Chief Scott Holum is retiring. The news broke on Facebook. The Post said he is taking a job in the private sector. Holum started at Tomah PD in 1999. He's been chief since 2021. His last day will be April 18th. The process to find a new chief is already underway.
Well, Wisconsin is seeing record population growth, and a big thanks goes to migration. The U.S. Census Bureau estimates the Badger State grew by 30,000 people in 2024. Migration made up for natural population loss, which includes deaths and birth rates in 29 counties. Roughly 6,000 people moved to Wisconsin from out of state, with about 22,000 from abroad. A total of 356 people migrated to La Crosse County in 2024.
Well, Wisconsin and Minnesota rank in the bottom 10 nationwide in average tax refunds. LendingTree analyzed the 2022 tax year and found Wisconsin's average refund was about $3,500. That was $800 lower than the national average. Minnesota's average refund was only slightly better than Wisconsin at $3,600. And for the 5th year in a row, Wyoming had the highest average refund at around $6,300.
The Historical Society needs your help this summer. They're looking for tour guides at Hickson House and for cruise boat hop-on, hop-off tours. The job lets you set your own schedule and has fun learning opportunities too. If you're interested, you can contact Margaret at the Heritage Center. We have that information on our website.
Connecting families with reliable housing.
How a program is helping stabilize La Crosse families after the break.
Knutson Roofing, locally owned with 20 years of experience to get your project done right the first time. Whether it's roofing, window, or siding installation, we offer reliable, dependable, and quality work we stand behind. Knutson Roofing. Call or visit us online today.
Voters deserve to know what our records are.
Susan Crawford's record? Disturbing and dangerous. A 7-year-old girl sexually assaulted. The attacker faced 100 years. Crawford let him off with only 4.
I don't regret that sentence.
A 5-year-old violated. The predator should have rotted in prison. He got out in just 2 years. She protected them, not us.
I don't regret that sentence. I am proud of the work that I've done.
Susan Crawford, putting criminals over your kids.
Shut up. Pivot. Shut up. Shut up. Pivot. Shut up. Pivot. Shut up. Pivot. Shut up. Okay, hold on. I don't think it's gonna pivot anymore.
Just like pivoting from heating to cooling season, it's a difficult adjustment. Pivot in the summer, called GNT.
Pivot. Shut up.
Called GNT. For the best heating and air conditioning, guaranteed.
Knutson Roofing, locally owned with 20 years of experience to get your project done right the first time. Whether it's roofing, window, or siding installation, we offer reliable, dependable, and quality work we stand behind. Knutson Roofing. Call or visit us online today.
A La Crosse County program is helping families facing homelessness find housing. News 8 Now's Allison Fergit joins us in the newsroom tonight with the story. Allison.
For around the last 3 years, Family Keys has connected families to stable housing. The county says it's kept families together and been life-changing for participants.
It's a chance we've been looking for a long, long time.
Annabelle and Stephen were homeless for years while battling addiction. Once their kids came along, they knew something had to change, but they struggled to navigate complicated housing resources.
We were in another hotel here in La Crosse, and CPS got called on us. It's probably the best thing that's ever happened to us in our life.
Really took initiative.
They were connected to Family Keys, a program that helps families that are engaged with CPS secure housing.
They gave us steps to go through to get a job. Parenting, meetings, check-ins twice a day, every day.
Therapy.
Through the program support, Stephen was able to secure a stable job and keep his family together. And because of their willingness to go through the steps, Family Keys connected them with a housing unit and paid the first 6 months of rent.
I have more today at 48 years old than I've ever had in my entire life. And it's all because of Family Keys and CPS.
So far, 31 families have gone through Family Keys in some way. The county decides how to support the families depending on what their needs are.
Maybe we've helped pay for rent or a security deposit, and then other families are involved to work with our housing navigator. And then there are some families that are actually provided with a physical housing unit.
The county has found that just providing those housing units has helped stabilize families.
The kids are happier, the parents are happier. If they were fighting prior to working with the program, there's less fighting, there's more, because there's just more support.
La Crosse is one of just 3 counties statewide the Wisconsin Department of Children and Families selected to pilot Family Keys. That pilot period wraps up in June, but Malik says there are existing county housing programs they can join to keep Family Keys funded. And Stephen says keeping Family Keys running will save families like his.
It may be 1 out of 1,000 people, but there's families out there that need help from these type of programs.
In some exciting news from Annabelle and Stephen, they're on a path toward home ownership. They also just welcomed their 4th child last week. Reporting in the newsroom, Allison Fergit, News 8 Now.
Allison, thanks very much. Opening day for the Yard Waste site in La Crosse.
What you need to know about the site's new permits coming up.
And really the big story for this week is going to get above average temperatures as we climb all the way back into the 60s and potentially some 70s by Friday. But we also have a wet weekend again potential heading up too. So we'll break it all down. Come up on your First Warn Weather update after the break.
Ready for a better career with excellent pay, benefits, and work-life balance? Chart Industries is hiring fabricators. Join the team that's shaping the future and providing awesome pay and excellent benefits. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
How corrupt is Brad Schimmel? Let's count the ways. 1. Schimmel gave a plea deal to a man caught with child porn after the man's lawyer gave his campaign thousands of dollars. 2. Schimmel let 6,000 rape kits sit untested for years, then lied about it. 3. Schimmel took thousands in campaign contributions from opioid makers, then refused to go after them when opioid deaths spiked. That's Brad Schimmel, and he's way too corrupt for the Supreme Court.
Tax refund season is here, and Wesco on Sparta is making it more fun than ever. Dreaming of a brand new sectional or that comfy bed you've been eyeing? Now's the time to treat yourself. Save 20% all month long on furniture and bedding, just in time to make your home the talk of the group chat. Have fun with your tax refund and make your space shine with Wesco and Sparta. Your home, your style, your savings, your Wesco. Tell them Peyton sent you.
This is the story about a little empathy. No matter where little empathy looked, it just couldn't find its place in the world. Which was sad, because it had so much to give. Then one day, little empathy made a friend. And the friend took it somewhere it would always be useful and appreciated. Welcome to a place where healthcare is all about caring. Amplify Health. A little empathy changes everything.
A 5-year-old girl violated. The predator faced up to 60 years behind bars. Radical Susan Crawford sided with him, released on a $500 bond, and lived across from a school. His sentence, just 4 years in prison. Now he's free, all because Susan Crawford and her warped, soft-on-crime agenda. Catch and release Crawford. Don't take the risk. Fair Courts America is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Ready for a better career with excellent pay, benefits, and work-life balance? Chart Industries is hiring fabricators. Join the team that's shaping the future and providing awesome pay and excellent benefits. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
La Crosse residents will now pay to use the city's yard waste sites.
Yeah, residents will pay $25 per vehicle. Contractors, $1,500 for up to 5 vehicles.
The Isle La Plume site opened today. Operating hours are Mondays and Tuesdays 10 to 6 and weekends 10 to 4.
Well, plenty of sunshine today, but you could definitely feel that wintry chill on the dog walk earlier today. It was a little brutal, honestly.
I walked to my car to go get my hair cut, and that was about it. But so I didn't really feel the wind. I felt the sun, though. It was nice. It's a nice way to start off the week, right?
Yeah, a little give and take, but hopefully some warmer temps, Greg.
Yeah, we're going to have warmer temps this week. That's the positive. Unfortunately, if you're looking at next weekend for any dry and nice conditions, that doesn't look to be in store right now. We could have a repeat of what we had this weekend, maybe some more rain. But in the meantime, a few showers there for the next couple days, but most areas will remain dry. Tomorrow, we're looking more at closer to 50. In fact, our average right now is 49.50, so we're going to be climbing our average above 50 here in a few days. So that's a positive as we go towards the first part of April here pretty soon. Upper 40s to the north. Cloud cover and shower potential, it is there. Now, you're going to wake up with a little bit of cloud cover. That'll kind of be the big difference between overnight lows here for teens to the north to 30s to the south. But we're going to see a weak couple systems just pass right to our west. They're going to get close enough that they will spread a little bit of shower activity, probably towards the early afternoon hour. Very light precipitation, more probably sprinkles than anything else. If you're east, probably not going to see much other than cloud cover. This will continue through Tuesday evening. Better chance as you go further towards the Twin Cities, you'll see some of that showers, but across the river and points to the west may see that. Just light showers. Then overnight, we're probably going to see another little weak system come down that provide a little bit of snow showers potentially for some areas going into Wednesday morning, but very light amounts or anything to deal with that. Going into Wednesday morning, our temperatures will be around upper 20s, low 30s. It will be that little bit of a chance for a snow shower, maybe early Wednesday morning for the morning commute for northern areas. Otherwise, plenty of sun going into the afternoon with the northwest wind there. Temperatures climbing probably back into the mid-50s to low 50s. So overall, a little bit above average, but a better day than we've had Tuesday. And then it gets a little bit better going into Thursday. We'll probably get back up into the 60s, at least upper 50s for the colder areas. So in all, a nice day. The winds will be fairly light too. More clouds than sun though, because we have another system approaching. Now all this is really because there's a system approaching from the west. It's going to pull a lot of warm air ahead of it. We're not going to get the bulk of that warm air. We're going to get some of it, but you can see by Friday, there's a nice boundary sitting right across the area. So points southwest may hit up close to 70, mid-70s, in fact, towards Prairie du Chien. But if you're towards Rusk County, you may be struggling with cloud cover and some precipitation, so you may struggle to get into the mid-50s. So there's going to be quite a contrast in temperatures come Friday. And then a series of systems come through the area by the time we get to Friday. So there are showers Thursday night through Friday. Won't be an all-day type rain Thursday night through Friday. Friday night through Saturday night looks to be the bulk of the rain, and I think really Saturday night looks a pretty good steady rainfall. We can see in months. We could start mixing a little bit of snow for northern areas come Saturday night, but I think everyone will see somewhat of a mix or turning to a little bit of snow Sunday and Sunday night before it wraps up. Now there's accumulation possibility, yes, but not a lot. Here's the precipitation. We can pick up another inch with the system, so we're really going to probably climb above average for precipitation this year. And snow chance Saturday through Sunday morning, and then Sunday, a low chance right now, but that could change as we get closer to the system. Travel impacts, there's some potential there at night given the temperatures fall above freezing, but overall during the day they should be fine. After that, it dries out. We're back to 46 or 50 for early next week, so enjoy the warmer temperatures. And unfortunately, weekend plans look a little messy because it's going to be rain, potential snow, breezy conditions, kind of another week like weekend like we had last.
Yeah, all right. Thanks, Greg. Coming up next in sports, Badgers on top once again. Wisconsin women's hockey had a wild finish in yesterday's national championship. Hear from the Badger hero after the break.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
Every kid deserves a great education. As state superintendent, I helped pass a new literacy law, raised math and science standards, and expanded technical education. My opponent is a lobbyist who's never held a Wisconsin teaching license. She's worked to drain money from public schools to pay for private schools, raise property taxes, and eliminate teacher license requirements. I'm Jill Underley. I'll protect our public schools and never stop working to improve them.
Increase your home's energy efficiency and enjoy year-round comfort with Asher Lasting Exteriors. Our windows and doors combine quality craftsmanship and cutting-edge innovation from the trusted brand of Renewal by Andersen. Join us for our spring open house Friday and Saturday, April 4th and 5th at either showroom in Eau Claire or Onalaska. Enjoy super spring savings with up to 25% off your entire project. Plus, no money down, no payments, and no interest for up to 12 months at Asher Lasting Exteriors.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Or get 0.9% APR on 2025 Sierra 1500 models. Or get over $5,300 total value on select Sierra 1500 models.
There's been a lot of talk about this Supreme Court race, but here's what's really at stake. Brad Schimmel wants to make sure women don't have the right to make their own health care decisions. If he wins, that right is gone. I'm Susan Crawford, a former prosecutor, a common sense judge, and a mom. And I trust women to make their own health care decisions. Brad Schimmel doesn't, but I always will. And that's why I'm asking for your vote.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Kate Overton.
Yesterday, the Wisconsin women's hockey team earned their 8th national championship after they defeated Ohio State 4-3 in overtime. It was a thrilling end, and if you haven't seen it, let's do a quick recap. The game was a rematch from the last 2 national championships. Badgers won 2 years ago, Buckeyes last year. And Ohio State was dominating early in this one. Just 10 seconds into the second period, Emma Pichel sends a rocket into the net, and the Badgers were in trouble. Down but not out, Wisconsin would fight back. Kirsten Sims finds Caroline Harvey, who shoots and scores. That made it a 1-score game, and then with 18 seconds to go, an Ohio State defender covers the puck in the crease, so that means Sims is going to take a penalty shot, breaks the goalie's ankles, and sends this game into overtime. In OT, the Badgers on the attack, and guess who? It's Sims on the rebound. Badgers get the win, and Sims is a hero.
I was super nervous going into that moment, obviously, but they all calmed me down and remind me to just be confident in what I do and what I decide to do, and then it ended up working out for us. Everything comes from him, and he's such an incredible coach, and he proves it time and time again, and I think this season has been truly an incredible one, so it's just an honor to get to play under him and have such an incredible year.
Sims referring to her head coach, the legendary Mark Johnson. He was named Coach of the Year prior to the Frozen Four as the Badger women finished the year 38-1-2, winning their 4th national championship in the last 6 seasons. We're down to just 16 teams in the NCAA men's basketball tournament, which means the head coach roller coaster has taken off, and it made a stop in Minneapolis today as the Golden Gophers have hired Niko Medved. Now, Medved's season just got over last night after Colorado State fell to Maryland on a last-second shot in the second round. Medved had been at Colorado State for 7 seasons, but he's a Minnesota native and was a former assistant coach at Minnesota back in the 06-07 season. He led Colorado State to a 26-10 record this year and takes over a Minnesota program that's made the NCAA tournament just twice in the last 10 years. This afternoon, a couple of UWL track stars were named Indoor Track Athletes of the Year. On the women's side, lacrosse's own Lauren Jarrett received the honor as she rewrote the all-time Division III 60-meter record books, breaking the record multiple times and even finished 6th at the USA Track and Field Championships. On the men's side, Sam Blazowski received the honor as he broke his own D3 60-meter record and swept the sprints at the D3 Indoor Championships. That'll do it for sports. We'll be right back.
Get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy.
The biggest thing I want to get across to people, whether it's via email or voicemail or text, is we are a local Wisconsin family-owned turnkey solar company.
We have project managers that will walk you through the process, keep you informed along the way, and make sure that the communication is the best that it can be.
All the financial benefits are awesome. And then on top of that, it's green energy. How can you lose?
A 5-year-old girl violated. The predator faced up to 60 years behind bars. Radical Susan Crawford sided with him, released on a $500 bond, and lived across from a school. His sentence, just 4 years in prison. Now he's free, all because Susan Crawford and her warped, soft-on-crime agenda. Catch and release Crawford. Don't take the risk. Fair Courts America is responsible for the content of this advertising.
To everyone who believes in tradition, come enjoy a few of ours from Wisconsin.
People in Wisconsin love a good fish fry.
Really love. And we love sharing it with guests everywhere.
At Culver's, we still batter our North Atlantic cod by hand to order.
And we cook it to a crispy, golden perfection just for you.
For you.
For you. So it's crispy outside, flaky inside. Let us take care of you.
With some homegrown traditions we were raised on.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
All right, tomorrow's highs, a lot of areas will hit the 50s. Unless you're further north, you might be in the mid to upper 40s. A few showers, mainly west of the Mississippi River, but all in all, milder conditions. And it's just going to get better throughout most of the week. We might hit 70 in some areas by Friday. Unfortunately, the weekend coming up looks to be kind of a repeat of last weekend, actually with more rain and or snow. So enjoy the dry conditions through maybe early Friday before it gets a little wet.
And the rest of this beautiful Monday.
Yes.
Enjoy it. Thank you for joining us tonight at 6.
And we hope to see you at 10.